Hey guys, what's going on? This is your man Kells, and today I'm going to bring a review and a subjective opinion on the PS4 controller. Right here I am demonstrating that I have full control over the main lobby window, all game menus, while not in game. So pay attention to that. That's a key word, not in game. So I can pretty much set up the game with the controller. I can do everything. The menu button works, escape button works, everything works outside of the game. However, inside of the game, the menu button, escape button, and middle button, which would be to bring up the tab, the scoreboard, does not function. So I would assume that those buttons would have to be remapped in order to work. I have not tried it. I'm not going to try it. I'm just giving you a simple, short, quick review on connecting the PS4 controller to a PC. However, the PS4 controller connects to the PC with absolutely 100% zero difficulty. There's no issues whatsoever. It's 100% plug and play. So when I plugged in the PS4 controller, it acted pretty much just like a Xbox 360 controller, and there was no issues with it whatsoever. Except for in-game play, which I will show you shortly, I cannot use any of the menu or escape functions. So I have to revert back to my mouse or my escape button in order to get out of the game. So I'm showing you here that both analog sticks are fully controlling the menu. I can choose through my class setups, and I have no issues. I can start the game, I can respawn, I can reload, I can jump, I can slide, I can melee. There's nothing I can't do with the controller in game. As you're seeing here, I cannot bring up the menu, I can't escape, I can't show the scoreboard, I can't back out. There's nothing I can do. I have to hit the escape button on the keyboard in order to A, change team, which I always end up on the wrong team when I'm playing bots. So here we go, into some gameplay, forward motion, overall swing. Now, compared to the Xbox 3 controller, I find this controller less, I'm going to say less hand-friendly. So I was using the PS3 controller, and I will be doing another video on that as well, on how to connect the PS3 controller to the PC as well. A little bit of a different process, not so simple. However, it can be done. And you certainly 100% can play with the PS3 controller on PC for Black Ops 3. I have not tried with any other games except for Black Ops 3, but this is the newest game, and we will see what happens with other games. Here is my overall subjective opinion on the PS4 controller. The sticks are shorter than the PS3 controller. Now I'm going to compare this controller to the PS3 first. The sticks are shorter, as in overall height. They're actually shorter than the PS3 controller. They're also a little bit tighter as far as pushing in. So my left stick is my movement stick, and I also use that stick to sprint. So pushing in on the left analog stick is how I sprint. Now obviously, if I'm running around a game with this controller, my thumb will really be sore after just a couple of minutes, a really short time, because I have to keep pushing that controller in order to sprint. Now I'm not really the type of person to walk. As you can see, right out of spawn, I immediately sprint, I jump a lot, and I slide a lot. So sliding's not a problem. That's going to be my O button, my circle. And sliding's on a problem, reload's on a problem. Jumping is on my right analog stick by pushing in, and that is also extremely tight. So it does take a considerable amount of force to push these analog sticks in compared to the Xbox 360 controller and compared to the PS3 controller. So comparing it to both controllers, it is, I would say, 2 to 3, maybe even 4 times harder to push the sticks in. There is quite a bit of force that's needed to actually push the analog sticks in. Now, I'm not saying in the sense of like it's broken or malfunctioned. It's just the way the sticks are designed. They're very short, and their distance of travel as far as even in motion, like this here, as I jump and swing through the air. Overall distance of the stick. So, example, you would probably want to run Control Freaks at definitely on the right analog stick anyways. Absolutely 100%. But as far as for me anyways, and the way I have my button layout and my stick layout is sprinting on the left stick, jumping on the right stick. So I have to push into sprint on the left stick, which takes a lot of force to do that. I tried to relax my thumb, make sure it wasn't my fault, make sure it wasn't something that I was doing, but it is definitely a lot of force needed in order to maintain a sprint, which will, again, like I said, wear out my thumb considerably. Now, as far as the right stick goes and jumping, that's pretty much the same ordeal as the left stick. There's not much of a difference. So when I want to jump, the jumps don't feel as easy. They feel very forced because I'm forcing the stick. So psychologically, it's making my hand and my brain feel the same way about how the stick feels, which is, wow, this is really hard to jump. But it's not really hard to jump. It just takes a lot more force to actually push the stick in. I wouldn't actually say it was a matter of travel or distance, but it feels that way. It almost feels like there's a dead spot, like kind of halfway down, but then halfway down is what feels like a couple of millimeters. So it's very difficult to constantly press these analog sticks in and out. Now, I know I just babbled on a long time about pressing these sticks, but I'm just trying to emphasize it, and I didn't ever see butterflies running through Nuketown before. But then again, who would pay attention to anything that small of a detail while gaming on Nuketown? So analog sticks I found to be short. They're very short. Their overall distance of throw or movement is short. So my gameplay with now again, if you watch my previous videos, you already know that my overall gameplay with a controller is pretty bad because I'm a PC player and I'm not used to a controller. I'm getting used to a controller. So here I am showing you once again, I cannot do anything with the actual menu buttons. I can't escape, I can't tab, I can't do anything I can that I that I could do with all the other controllers. So prior to any recordings, I already went through the whole computer setup. I restarted the computer several times. I also even downloaded Motion Enjoy, like you have to do for the PS3 controller, and it's still the same outcome. While in game, I cannot use the escape menu buttons. However, if somebody else has a different experience, I would love to hear about it and what it is that possibly I'm doing wrong. But like I said, the controller is 100% plug and play. I did not have to install any third-party software. I did not have to install any drivers. As soon as I plugged the controller in, Windows recognized it immediately and pretty much connected it right away. Opened up the game. Again, there was no waiting for the controller to connect or for the computer to find the controller. Windows found it, the game went on, and as you can see here, now the menu buttons work perfectly fine. I can go scroll through any part of the actual game menu as far as setting up the games, going into a game, changing my weapons, setting up a class. I'm just showing you right here what the controller can do as far as using the menu buttons and using the controller. So all buttons work outside of actual in-game play. Now in-game, which I didn't show you, if I actually go to the gamepad and go to anywhere to set up, there's actually nothing there to set up the gamepad. And if I do go and look at my button layout, they're still set up as escape, tab, and so on. So again, they just don't work. The PS3 works perfectly fine. I can escape, I can tab, I can bring up the scoreboard, I can escape out of the game, I can do all that stuff. Xbox 360, absolutely, that's just Windows ready anyways, so there's no problem with that whatsoever. So this has been my absolute 100% subjective review on the PS4 controller. Connecting it to a PC, running Windows 10, and how it works, what bugs it has, and what issues it has. And again, Anybody have a different opinion or a different issue or found a solution or figure something that I may be doing wrong, please let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear about it and figure out why the menu buttons actually do not work while in game, regardless of my button layout. So that's it for today. Stay tuned for how to connect a PS3 controller coming later today.